about the changes from set 1 to set 2? Was it more emotional or more tactical?
I think mentally, like when we started on that game, we kind of thought like, oh, we beat UC in the past, we're just going to roll right over them, and they definitely showed up tonight. They're a very aggressive serving team, and our service was like a little shaky, and then we really picked that up and had a more stronger offense in the second round, or the second set. So I think that's really what changed, was our speed and our mentality going into the second set.
Coach, you want to take any credit for lighting a fire in between those, or what was the conversation?
We made a little bit of a change. I mean, we had switched our L1 and our L2 in the first set, and we switched them back. But yeah, it was kind of just refocusing on what we need to do and not stressing out about, what are we going to do now, or what do we assume that they're going to do. Tendencies are great, but reality is a lot better. So just kind of zoning back into focusing on what our strengths were to hope that match-to-match was going to turn out in our favor.
I know there were a lot of points out there. The first set was kind of a wash for them. The second set was kind of a wash for you. But Mackenzie, there was a point that third set was 20-20. Can you tell me about that last little stretch? You ended up winning 25-21. Can you pinpoint any moment in there?
I mean, I definitely think our energy was just on point. Everybody just wanted it. You could see everyone's eyes, everyone's actions. They were all excited, driven, and we went out there and just said, we're just gonna go, we're just gonna ball out, and we did. I mean, our girls swung hard, our defense covered us. So I can definitely remember us just cheering, and like every point we were just like, we got this next one, let's finish. So it was very energetic, very memorable.
The vocal exchange between players was really exciting to see. When they were subbing in for each other, they weren't quiet. They were talking about what was happening when they were out there, when we were in timeouts, and once we split up as a team, they were grabbing players and saying, this is what's open, this is what I'm seeing, this is what you have, and they were just looking out for each other, it's so exciting to see in a moment like that.
What about the difference in UC from the first time to this matchup? Did you notice? And I think we've seen in Urbana and in Charleston the improvements and adjustments made from match 1 to match 2. Can you tell me a little about those?
I think their precision and out-of-system decisions was a lot cleaner, and their defense, I think, picked up to allow them to have 3 options. The first time we played them, they were a little bit more pin-to-pin, and then they went to their middles on more sort of stereotypical situations, and they were able to stress us a lot more. So huge kudos to their defense. They put their setter and their hitters in really good positions consistently tonight.
Caitlin, a lot of long points, a lot of long rallies it seemed like tonight. Does that attribute to just kind of how hard the teams were working tonight, the effort on both sides, or is there more to it than that?
I think it was a lot of effort. Like UC was not letting balls drop, and that can be frustrating as a hitter. I know if they're digging my balls every time, it does get frustrating. And one thing I noticed tonight was we had coverage there every time I swung. I knew I could swing hard, and there was going to be someone there to cover me. And knowing that, it helped us end those rallies. They mostly ended in our favor, and that was something that sometimes we're not used to, and that was something we're not used to seeing from UC, is digging all those balls. They did great tonight, so it was definitely a lot of long rallies and a really good game.
Coach, on to the finals once again for Fairmont State. Are you approaching this any differently? In terms of tonight, and tomorrow, or have you gotten that far yet?
I mean, yes and no. We were definitely one game at a time, and we will be approaching it differently tomorrow just because we don't want the same result that we've had in the past. So we have to make some physical and some mental changes. But I think just our approach to this tournament, we are very engaged. We're not as stressed out. We are, we're here to fight, and we don't have kind of those emotional disclaimers that we've maybe used before. It's just go time, and we personally have a lot on the line. With regional rankings and things like that, it's a make or break. And our kind of approach to this, and what I've been saying to them this week is don't let them keep us out. So play so that we're not kept out and we're there and we're continuing to be able to play and practice.
All right, Mackenzie, tell me a little bit about the emotion of being in another final. Is it something where you're going to have to keep yourself under control, or I doubt anybody's going to be needing to be lifted up, but is it battling that kind of excitement going to be something that you face tomorrow?
I definitely think the excitement is going to be high. The anticipation is definitely going to be high as well. We've been there before, so I think we all kind of know the feeling. The new girls on the team, they kind of have bought into our energy, and they understand this is a very big moment for us. I think that we're going to go in, and I think everyone's just going to go hard in this game, energetic, and we're really excited for it. We know what to expect, and this has been our goal for the whole season. So really excited to see how this ends, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm very excited. Very excited.
I think we got that. All right. That's all I have. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow night.